I'm not ashamed to own my Lord, nor to defend his cause. Maintain the honors of his word, the glory of his cross.
Hello, I am James Brown, and on behalf of the Eastern Church of Christ located in Toronto, Canada, I'd like to welcome you to Wednesday's edition of Walking Through the Bible, a podcast where we seek to study the Bible and the Bible alone. Please stick around afterwards for information on how you can contact us. But for now, if you have a Bible with you, please turn to the book of Genesis, and we'll turn you over to Jeremy Dieselkamp for our study of the day.
Thank you, James, and welcome to all of our viewers. This is the 74th lesson in our study of Genesis. Yesterday, we covered Genesis chapter 23, verses 10 to 20, discussing the purchase of the cave of Machpelah as a burial place for Sarah. If you missed that episode and would like to watch it, you can find it and all of our other podcasts on our website at www.eastendchurch.org. You can also find them on our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/EastEndChurchOfChrist under the Walking Through the Bible Genesis playlist. Today we're going to begin with Genesis 24 verse 1 and read through verse 9. The text that you'll see on the screen is from the English Standard Version, but you're welcome to follow along with any version that you have. So let's now read Genesis 24, beginning at verse 1. Now Abraham was old, well advanced in years, and the Lord had blessed Abraham in all things. And Abraham said to his servant, the oldest of his household, who had charge of all that he had, "Put your hand under my thigh, that I may make you swear by the Lord, the God of heaven and the God of earth, that you will not take a wife for my son from the daughters of the Canaanites, among whom I dwell, but will go to my country and to my kindred, and take a wife for my son Isaac." The servant said to him, "Perhaps the woman may not be willing to follow me to this land. Must I then take your son back to the land from whence you came?" Abraham said to him, See to it that you do not take my son back there. The Lord, the God of heaven, who took me from my father's house and from the land of my kindred, and who spoke to me and swore to me, to your offspring I will give this land, he will send his angel before you, and you shall take a wife for my son from there. But if the woman is not willing to follow you, then you will be free from this oath of mine. Only you must not take my son back there. So the servant put his hand under the thigh of Abraham his master, and swore to him concerning this matter. In this chapter, we have Abraham well advanced in years. From Genesis 25:20, we can know that Abraham is about 140 years old here, since Isaac will be 40 years old when he gets married. Abraham is still faithful to the Lord, as it is said that the Lord blessed him in all things. Yet Abraham doesn't know how much longer he is going to live, and wants to ensure that before he dies, his son is married, and not only married, but not married to the people of the land of Canaan. In determining to do this, Isaac is not consulted. Only Abraham's oldest servant is, quite possibly that being Eliezer, the one mentioned in Genesis 15. In Western society, a father choosing the wife of his son without consulting his son is highly unusual, but it is not wrong. Abraham was not only concerned that Isaac marry, but that he not marry of the Canaanites, a people that were growing ever more wicked. Seeing as how Isaac did not know righteous women from other countries, and seeing as how Abraham didn't want Isaac to leave Canaan for fear he wouldn't return, it was thus only natural for Abraham to take the lead in the search for Isaac's wife. When he called his servant before him, Abraham made him swear by the God of heaven and earth, Jehovah, that Isaac's wife wouldn't be selected from among the Canaanites. Jehovah is the personal name of God, the name properly used by those who are in fellowship with him. So that Abraham used God's personal name here shows the closeness of their relationship. The oath was taken by placing the servant's hand under Abraham's thigh. The Bible from time to time uses euphemisms, softer sounding language, for something that sounds harsher. Many scholars believe that what the servant was commanded to swear on was Abraham's manhood, the part of him that bore the sign of the covenant between him and God through circumcision. If that is true, it is not vulgar or sexual in any way, and whatever the case, it would be similar to people taking oaths on the Bible today. Before taking the oath, the servant asked Abraham what would happen if the woman wouldn't come with him. Was he to take Isaac to meet her? Abraham forbade that, stating that God had brought him to Canaan in order for his descendants to possess it, so neither he nor Isaac were going to leave. He said if the woman wouldn't follow him, then he was free from the oath, only that Isaac wouldn't leave the land regardless. That the woman was given a choice here flies in the face of some people thinking that women didn't have a say in the matter and were treated poorly. Nobody would force a woman to marry Isaac. She must consent. With that being said, Abraham was confident that the Lord would assist the servant in this matter by sending an angel, because after all, Isaac needed to be married and have children if God's promises were to be fulfilled, something Abraham was certain would happen. Having been satisfied, the servant swore that he would perform the oath. With that, our time is up for today. Please join us, the Lord willing, tomorrow, when we will continue our study of Genesis, beginning with Genesis 24, verse 10.
Thank you, Jeremy. And to our viewers, we also thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. Should you have any questions or comments, please leave a comment below or email us at answerintheword@gmail.com. We'll try to respond to you as quickly as we can. We hope you'll join us, the Lord willing, tomorrow when we'll be continuing our study of the book of Genesis. Goodbye for now and have a great day.
I'm not ashamed to own my Lord,